Not too long ago, news dropped that Warner Brothers screened the first 30 minutes of Justice League in China. And apparently, the Chinese fans who saw the movie there, they loved it. I'm going to read some of the quotes and tweets that came out of there now. Oh, and first, I was looking at like on my Twitter feed and stuff. There have been tweets with video containing videos of the cast on like the stage with the Chinese premiere at the Chinese premiere answering questions and stuff, and it was cool. I love watching stuff like that, like celebrity press stuff, and some of it's in the background now. I'm playing it, but now let me get to the quote. I'll put links to some of these places too, like in the description below, so you can go yourself. But anyways, here's the quote from one person. This was translated into English from someone who was Chinese, so a lot of the words and stuff are kind of clunky and everything, but I'm going to do my best. Watched half hour of Justice League movie. It's absolutely the most mature work of DCEU films so far. In this film, they explored the deepest possibility of the cinematic universe. The footage showed film balance well. Every hero has their brilliant moment. The whole movie attitude is very positive, but also continue to explore very serious topics like divinity/humanity. There are numerous characters in this film, but they all felt noble and mighty. They don't dazzle you with a bunch of costume clowns, so-called superheroes. So-called superheroes? I think that's what that means to say. After Wonder Woman's triumph, this year DC will definitely shine in this genre. We don't get to see Supes in the footage, but his spirit inspiring others through the whole thing. All in all, people gonna love to paying for seeing this. And now, there were some tweets that came out. There's another article I have. There was one Twitter user that said all the people in the theater went crazy. And then another person said that I won't say much because 30 minutes isn't enough for a 121 minutes long movie. That's how long Justice League is, about 2 hours. Or maybe less than that because there's credits too, but roughly there. But the story starts fine. Its cinematography is fantastic. Oh, there is a light of green. Fiona Allin says this. I think... yeah, there was news that like this confirms that Green Lantern's in it or something. But maybe it's kryptonite, I don't know. Or a green parademon blood, right? Winter Wonderland, 30 minutes of Justice League were 30 minutes of mostly well-executed plan. I can still very much feel Zack Snyder work. So this is all good stuff. I mean, I love hearing this. This could bode well. But these are also reactions that we may have to take with a grain of salt. Like a lot of salt, not just a grain. Because these days, almost every movie before it comes out gets pre-release buzz from like early screenings or whatever. And as we know, not every movie that comes out that gets this kind of buzz turns out to be a good movie in the eyes of a lot of people who've seen it. Batman v Superman got great early positive buzz and, like from screenings and stuff like this. So did like Fantastic Four, the one with Miles Teller and like Michael B. Jordan that came out last year in 2016. Or 2015, that got good, I think, early reviews and stuff. And then when it came out, critics and most of the people in the audience hated that movie. So, hopefully it's not the same with Justice League because I want Justice League to be good and I want DC to succeed because I love DC. But I have to be realistic in the fact that this could be more of the same thing. Where there's people who, I don't know, for some reason are predisposed to like the movie who get to see it and they're loving it. And they're telling everyone that it's great. But then when it comes out, a lot of other people don't feel the same way. Now, I don't know. I mean, I know that China, and it might not matter because China after the US is like the second biggest money-making market for Hollywood. Hollywood movies make a lot of money in China. So I guess, if Chinese people like it and international box office is strong, who cares if people in the US don't really like the movie that much? I'm not saying that people in the US won't like it. They could. I mean, I'm not going to say that Justice League is bad. I haven't seen it yet. It could be great. And these reactions could be completely accurate to how a lot of people in the US will feel when they watch the movie. But I'm just weighing the possibilities. Now, I know there's a review embargo. I guess Warner Brothers isn't allowing the press to publish their reviews or do their YouTube reviews or print reviews, online reviews, until I think like a day or 2 days before the movie comes out. That's called a review embargo when, the studios don't allow you to release a movie until like a certain time. The embargo, that's an embargo. And then when the embargo lifts, that's when you can publish all these reviews. And normally people think if the embargo is close to the movie's release, that means the movie could be bad. And the reason they think that means the movie could be bad is because the studio doesn't want negative reviews to get out too far ahead of the movie, because that will dissuade people from seeing it. So if the bad reviews come out right before the movie comes out, they won't have had enough time to circulate, to poison people against the movie, I guess. That's not always the case with late review embargoes. Let me clarify that right now. So this could mean nothing for Justice League bad, because Wonder Woman had, I think the review embargo for that was originally like 2 or 3 days before that's released. Warner Brothers pushed it up though, and look how great Wonder Woman turned out. I think Star Wars The Force Awakens had the same thing originally. I think a review embargo for that was pretty close to the release. I could be wrong, but I think so. And Star Wars The Force Awakens made like $2 billion, right? Or $1 billion. And it got mostly good reviews. I mean, people love that movie. I mean, not everybody did, because it was just like A New Hope in a lot of ways. But still, Star Wars The Force Awakens is not, I think, thought of as like a bad movie that critics hated. So with Justice League, this could be exactly the same way. It could be a great movie. And Warner Brothers could move the review embargo up. And they aren't premiering. There's not going to be a press junket in the US, but there is going to be press junkets in other countries. So I think Warner Brothers is kind of trying to protect Justice League from US journalists. Because US journalists, for the most part, I don't know if it's worldwide, but a lot of American journalists like tore apart Batman v Superman. And I just think Warner Brothers isn't going to take any risks with Justice League, because they want and need Justice League to make as much money as it can and to have a huge opening weekend. So they're just putting up these buffers. Now, I don't think these buffers necessarily mean the movie is bad, but I'm just saying, because it could mean that, but it could also be just Warner Brothers being protected, because the anti-DC movie bias is pretty strong. I mean, I don't think it's as strong as it was before, because Wonder Woman helped correct that. Well, helped change that a little bit. But, now we have Justice League, and, it's not directed by Patty Jenkins, and it's back to Zack Snyder, and maybe Joss Whedon can help, but they're just being a bit more cautious, because this is a direct sequel to BVS, a movie that got, trashed. And so I think Warner Brothers is just pulling out all the stops to protect it. Now, again, I'm optimistic that Justice League is going to be good, because if Warner Brothers has spent all this time reshooting it and hiring Joss Whedon to help, make it, more palatable to audiences, to me, if you're going to be spending that much work on something to make it better, then it might actually be better because you're trying so hard. Now, I could be proven wrong, but none of this is evidence or a guarantee that Justice League is going to be bad. I'm just giving you the possibilities. And again, if the Chinese love it, maybe we'll love it too. I mean, this is great. It's not like they're saying it's horrible. So, I'm excited. I just wanted to give this to you. But what do you think? Do you think this means? What do you think of all this news, everything I've told you? How does this make you feel about Justice League? I'm still going to go see it, and I think most people who are already going to see it will anyway. But with this information, how does that change your frame of mind? Or does it not change it at all? And ultimately, regardless, I'm all in. I can't wait to be there November 17th. I got my tickets, my Thursday night tickets to see it like November 16th, actually, like Thursday. And I think I took a day off work. Yeah, I did. I put in for a day off work. I'm probably going to see it 3 or 4 times, like November 17th on this release date, Friday. I don't care. I saw Batman v Superman like 4 or 5 times. I'm weird like that. But anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate your viewership. Please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.